quick update that hits close to home on something we talked about yesterday. I'm known to skim stories and not read all of the account of a story. So yesterday, the headline was that a woman running for the legislature in Virginia had actually done some sexual videos with her husband online. And Chris Demm is from Richmond, Virginia. And I believe she was up in that area. So Chris Demm said, what county is she from? And I just skimmed the article. And I said, oh, yeah, she's up in Chaturbate County. And Chris Demm said, I don't know that county. And I said, must not be in your region then. Must be like I don't know. He goes, it's not like
Chesterfield, Henrico.
I said, no, it's Chaturbate County. And
Biggie chimed in.
Biggie said, I think what you've got there is the site, the porn site she was on with her husband. It's akin to OnlyFans, but it's called Chaturbate. Okay. I said, oh, my gosh, you're right. She's over in Henrico or whatever county she was in. She's not in. Apologies, that is not Chaturbate County.
They're performing on ChatterBait.
So now, here's the only update. Now, she's in a tight race, apparently, and her opponent has said, and she's 40 and, attractive. And she says, hey, what I do with my husband is my business. But her opponent says, you want old Chaturbate over here representing you?
Up there at the Capitol?
Is that what you're looking for? Okay. Well, now here's the update. A P1 listener sent an email to Chris Demm and Biggie, but not to Dave and myself. And the subject line was Chaturbate. Guys, live a little.
Guys.
Big fan.
Yeah. Get curious.
Of Chaturbate.
Those are the people that...
And he really goes in and breaks it down for us.
Chaturbate
like
versus OnlyFans.
The types of content you can see.
Yes.
How the payment system works.
Yes.
Yeah. Apparently you buy coins. And then the woman has something inserted in her area already. A pleasuring device.
Yes.
And then when you decide, when you put a coin in, that apparently turns the device on and you're in control of it.
It does not.
Yeah.
The more coins, the more juice.
Yeah.
No,
it does And he's not. Like, oh, this is all live, man.
Look, I can't speak on it, but that's what the emailer said.
I can't vote for this woman. There's no way.
I think she's toast.
I don't think she can be voted.
Is she an R or a D?
She's a D. She's a D. And
apparently just to watch is free. But if you want, they make their money when you buy the coins and turn it on.
I see. And he told you all this. And you know what, Biggie, I think we should be offended by this, Dave. Biggie wrote back and said, you sent this to the wrong two guys on the show, man.
Yeah.
Sent it to Dave and Chris Kelly. What?
Yeah, this is right up Kelly and Dave territory.
You're the one that buys paraphernalia.
We're from Chaturbate County.
Yeah.
Live a little.
Yeah, live a little. Live a little. Get out there.
Don't be such a prig.
Yeah.
His last line is my favorite. Yeah, they have some olds and some gays. You got to navigate through those. But look, you'll find some premium Playboy quality women sometimes. Oh, great.
Yeah.
Well,
guy's an aficionado.
To tell you, this lady in Virginia was very attractive. I mean, I saw her not on Chaturbate, but just on
the news
her
images,
regular photos, and I was like, wow, that's an attractive young woman. I was a little surprised, and this is me with my perceptions. She looked so professional. I was surprised to see she had done this with her husband on Chaturbate. But apparently a lot of people, sometimes teachers do that and that kind of thing. They always get in trouble for it, too.
Oh, yeah.
That's just how it is.
In certain professions, it doesn't matter.
There's a woman, Lauren Boebert. She's the politician.
Congresswoman in Colorado?
Yeah, she's pretty outspoken. She's out there.
She's an R.
She's an R.
She's a Trump,
she's a heavy R.
Heavy R, Trump R.
She went to see Beetlejuice at
a traveling Broadway show,
which Chris Demm just recently saw.
Oh, yeah.
It was here.
Delightful.
A great Broadway play that's traveling now. She was in a theater in Denver. She was kicked out of the theater because she was vaping, taking photos of the cast, and talking too loud and singing too loud in the audience of Beetlejuice. Apparently, they got 3 complaints during the first act, and at intermission, they told her, stop your vaping, stop your singing so loud, and no more photographs of the cast while they're on stage. And she goes, got it. As soon as the second act starts, she vaped up again. They threw her out.
I'd expect nothing less from her.
Big old cloud. Colorado Cloud.
Colorado Cloud. That's what they call her, the Colorado Cloud.
You know, and the guy who plays Beetlejuice, I mean, whoever that actor is,
I heard he was phenomenal.
I mean, whoever the actors are, I mean, it is a challenging role. He probably actually watched it happen.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean, if he may have even made it part of the show.
Is that right? It's that kind
It's
of show.
possible.
Well, they came and quietly got her.
Oh, is this America? So, this is the problem.
Well, just yesterday we were talking about, I saw that Timothy Chalamet at the U.S. Open, and he was smoking, and nobody said a word about
Should have
it.
kicked him out.
Nobody said
That's
anything.
audacity.
That is audacity. I mean, you can ask him to stop, and then the second time you can kick him out. But no one even said a word to him.
That's audacity. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Not vaping. He had a cigarette, right?
He had a cigarette. Yeah, he was actually smoking. She was vaping, Boebert, and she was also singing at the top.
She said
of
she
her-
loves the show.
She loves the show.
Singing, fine.
She's singing at the top.
You know
of
what?
her-
Guilty
I don't-
of loving Beetlejuice too much.
Fine. Singing, I'll give her that. But you can't be vaping, and if there's no photography, you can't be.
That's the biggest rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, the photography thing is
No
big.
video.
Singing at the top of your lungs in a play.
I don't
That's a
like that
little-
either. I don't.
I want to see the
But
performance.
people do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, people do.
it.
I,
I don't care for that.
you know, I'm okay with someone having a good time in that way. More so than if they're blowing vape clouds and taking pictures.
Well, I just go back to what my 9th grade civics teacher, Ms. Lucas, said. Doris Lucas had this on the wall, and it was a stop sign, lights, but they were in the wrong order. It was yellow on top, and then red, and then green, and the saying was, caution, your rights stop where others go. So I don't mind you singing in a performance, but if you're bothering all the people around you, caution, your rights stop where others go. So they have the right to complain about it as well. And that's what happened here. Although she's vaping also, which is...
Yeah, the vaping in the pictures.
Well,
is
those
more,
are the rules.
Yeah.
See,
Is she
the-
drunk?
They told... I
don't know.
didn't say she had been drinking. It just said she was vaping and
There are
singing.
vapors out there that will vape inside because they think it's okay.
Because it's not smoking.
Yeah.
Because you can't smell it. Well,
Yeah.
you can smell whatever it is.
Was she alone?
Pineapple or whatever.
No.
I think she was with a companion.
She and her companion were asked to leave
Sounds
shortly
like a-
into the second act of the
I
show.
don't feel bad for that guy. I've been on that kind of date.
Yeah, we all have.
Well, she's, I believe, going through a divorce. So
Is that
That's
right?
true.
Yeah, this
Okay.
sounds like a bad first date. I've been on one like
You don't
that.
think it was a girls' night? You think they went to Fogo de Chao,
Yeah.
put on the Brazilian
Yeah.
feed bag?
Okay.
The worst first date I ever went on is very similar to that story.
Really, with the vaping?
We went to see a movie,
Uh-huh.
and first in the theater she started vaping, and I was like, I don't think you can do that here. And then she took a phone call during the movie,
Oh,
and I wanted to crawl out of my skin.
do you remember
hide.
the movie, Biggie?
No, I mean this has been 7-8 years now.
But you can't. I know your biggest pet peeve is taking the call, and the vaping is
Yeah, but she
against
was
the rules.
Yeah, whatever kind of vape she had. This is back when they were like machines.
Mhm.
You know, like they were big.
Yeah.
And she was just like, and this cloud just comes out, and I'm
The
like,
size of a cell phone.
yeah, and I'm like, I don't think you can do that in here. And she's like, I don't see any signs. And I'm like, well, you know what I thought?
Those
You know
signs
what?
that don't say don't murder
true.
people.
That was the moment I thought to myself, I got to delete Tinder.
Oh, you're on Tinder.
This is somebody I met
It was
from
a Tinder
Tinder.
date. Yeah.
And I don't remember what movie it was, but and then the movie started, and she had kids, and she looked down, and she's like, "Damn it!" She's like, "Hello,"
Oh, the kids.
and it was one of the kids, and she's like, "Well, I can't be home right then," and I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
"I got to get," and people are, shh,
They didn't like it.
staring, and have every right to, and I'm just like dying on the inside, and I dropped her back off, and we never spoke again.
My goodness. Yeah, it's a bad one. I think the vaping is worse than taking the phone call. Although I think she should go out into the lobby to take the phone call. I don't like that either. The story about the shark today is from New Smyrna Beach. Now that is shark
It's
capital.
ground zero.
U.S. Absolutely, that is shark capital for sure. Man from South Carolina, 38-year-old surfer, went to New Smyrna because he knew the waters would be really good for surfing right now because that hurricane is well off the coast.
Throwing up some swells.
Pulling up the Nar.
His name is Ron Robinson. The Nar was being thrown
Yeah.
like you wouldn't believe.
Tasty waves.
Yeah, it's tasty.
All I need is some tasty waves.
Choose your own tube, man.
Oh, my God, it was great. Well, he goes out, has a good day of surfing, but at one point got caught up in a wave, got thrown off his surfboard, and landed on a shark.
Did you ride it?
No. In fact, the shark bit him in the face.
In the face?
In the face. Got him from ear down to jawline. And it is not life-threatening, but he was out of the water, bleeding fairly profusely, went to the hospital.
Yeah.
A lot of stitches. Still in the hospital, cheek, between ear and eye.
That's good bloodletting area right there by
No
your
doubt.
face.
They say there's a ton of surfers out there, but the shark absolutely would not have bitten him. At least these are the experts talking. And they don't know what kind of shark because it just went away. If he hadn't fallen right on it. I mean, apparently they were both caught up in the wave.
It was a defensive bite.
It was. It's a defensive bite. He went to the Halifax Health Trauma Center and just released last night. But
Landed on it.
landed on the shark, yeah.
Wonder where he landed his head right next to its mouth.
How
Yes,
crazy.
right on the mouth, apparently. This is a reaction bite. This is a defensive bite. And the expert says 9 out of 10 times it's because the surfers fall in shallow water, spook the shark, and then they get bitten. You know, it's not because the shark mistakes them for anything or goes after them in any way. It's like you fall in their area.
They feel it and they bite.
They feel like you're attacking, and they bite. At least at New Smyrna Beach, that's what they're saying.
It's
Very
New Smyrna
shark
Beach sharks.
apology heavy angle on this story.
You're right. And the news, I saw the local news piece on it too, and they were like, the sharks, we're in their area. We're in
Shark being
we
shark.
know.
Yeah. Most shark bites in Volusia County are non-life-threatening. There have been 7 reported shark bites in the county this year, and this is, shark capital. This is New Smyrna Beach. They have, in the last 20 years, they've had, the lowest number they had was 3. The highest number was 23, and that was 20 years ago that they had that many shark bites.
25.
But anyway, this guy's going to be okay. He's going to be all right.
Not quite a scar.
Got it in the face.
Yeah, he's going to have some plastic surgery, I would think.
But I think I'd rather be bitten in the face than
Down your leg?
look the leg. If they get an artery or
You
that,
get the right spot.
then you could bleed out.
Yeah,
that's
but your face is your face.
Yeah, your face is
Face
your
is your face, and that's close to your neck.
You're right. And I just did some TV work yesterday.
Oh, how'd that go? They
You
put
know.
makeup on you?
No,
They should have.
no.
Did you shave down?
100%.
Like a dolphin?
Like a dolphin. I'm like one of those channel swimmers, one of those dolphins. I'm shaved. I'm completely oiled up. I got out there.
How many takes? How long was the shoot?
It was surprisingly easy. In fact, it's a pickleball themed shoot. It's for wave tech therapy, which is to give you your confidence back in the bedroom.
In studio or on site?
On site.
Oh.
Outdoor shoot. I figured this would be a tough shoot. In fact,
How'd you dress?
in my pickleball gear, black, all black. Wanted to look slim, of course.
You're so vain.
My regular
Same shirt?
Yes, I wore this shirt. This is the shirt that I wore
For an outdoor shoot.
For an outdoor shoot. Yes, and
You just thought you'd wear it the next day.
yeah, I did. I only wore it it only took 20 minutes. I went home, changed, and I thought, well, I'll just wear this today.
Yeah.
And it went surprisingly well. Now, usually the guy from Wave Tech shows up, a couple of TV sales folks, our radio salesperson,
Is there a director? per se?
cameraman, director. It's usually about 8 of us. Yesterday, it's me and the cameraman. We saw each other in the parking lot. I was like, this it? I guess so.
That's it.
That's all there was.
That's the best.
It gets down to just me and the camera. 20 minutes.
Yeah, you can get it done fast if there's
Yeah.
nobody to meddle.
20 minutes and
How
shot.
many takes?
3, but after the first one, he's like, I think that's good, but let's get one more.
Safety.
That's all there was to it. And
Nice.
Were there cutaways or is it all one shot?
I did some cutaways just in case. That's
Gotta do a
that's
cutaway.
your business there, Dave.
Cutaways is most important.
I did a few of those just in case. Yeah.
Did
So,
you write the script yourself?
I did.
Was it edgy or?
It's as edgy as it can be, and I was happy with it when it came out. When it was done, I thought this will be a pretty good one. So we'll see. When I got home,
Did you use the phrase "big dink energy"?
I did.
Racy.
Again, you gotta
You're pushing.
get
You're
out there a
pushing.
little bit.
Watch it.
Got home. My wife had just talked to our son, who's in college, and she reported that he said, well, "What's going on there?" And she said, "Well, I'm home for the day, and your dad's out filming a TV commercial." And he said, "Not the erection thing." She said, "Yeah, there's a new erection thing."
I really hear from the fellas now.
He always gets with the text. Said,
No son should have to say that to his mother.
Yeah, I know.
That word.
His dad's not making an erection commercial again, is he?
It's like a mother-daughter bonding.
But in your house.
That's it. Yeah, it's an erection
Has
thing.
your son? This is sort of off the topic of erections and television, but we talked about your son and his social life. Has he been to any fraternity events?
Yes, he was.
Is he interested, or is he going to be?
He's lukewarm interested. I think he's going to wait but he met a guy from Barstool Sports who is he's a huge fan of that, and he showed him around the frat the other day.
No kidding.
And so that was a big deal for him.
That's a big deal.
That was
Good selling point.
Pretty huge.
Is pirate water everywhere?
I didn't even. I don't know. I'm sure there was pirate water, but this was in the daytime, and he's like, "Here's the frat house, and and he picked his brain about Barstool Sports and all that kind of thing." So
he's pretty open with the things he's telling you.
I like that about. I think it's a good thing.
Question is, what isn't he telling you?
I think he tells me most. I tell him about my erection commercials. He tells me about the places he goes,
about baddies,
that kind of thing. There's another story involving water here today, and it's from Graceland, Elvis Presley's home, of course, where he died. A British tourist is in trouble because he told his wife, "I'm going to jump in Elvis's pool." Went into a restricted area and did jump in the pool. Did you see it? And she got video of it. It's on TikTok. And he went in. He took off everything but his shoes and his shorts, and jumped in, and immediately was commandeered by the security and gotten out of there.
Yeah.
But
they didn't catch him while he was disrobing? I mean, I don't know how many. I've never been. I don't know what the security's like.
I saw the TikTok from the part where he was in shorts and no shirt, and but I think he had shoes on, and he said, "Get me now," and he raced over there, jumped in, got on the diving board, and jumped into Elvis's pool in a restricted area. And that's when you see security start coming to get him out.
Can they beat him? Or can they just arrest him?
Are they allowed to beat him?
Cameras.
Man.
Security guard got him, leapt into pool with shorts and sneakers on. Yeah, I thought so.
That's American holy ground.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody live there now?
It's just a tourist place now, isn't it?
I don't think anybody lives
Yeah, I
in
thought
it.
it was just tourist.
Man was slammed for his disrespectful behavior, but his wife hit back on TikTok saying Elvis would have wanted this. This is something Elvis would have been happy to have had happen.
I don't think
his
so.
I don't know about that.
I saw a thing about Elvis. Oh, it was Dolly Parton was on a podcast, and apparently she wrote "I Will Always Love You," hoping Elvis would sing it. Did we know that? Have we had that?
Mm-hmm.
Might have heard
Talked
that,
about that
yeah.
before.
And Elvis demanded something, publishing or something.
Here it is. She said that Elvis was set to sing it. Elvis was set to sing it. He loved the song and wanted to record it, but she heard right before he was supposed to record "I Will Always Love You" from Elvis's manager, Colonel Tom Parker.
He loved the song, wanted to do it. Had he worked up, they'd already called me to come down to the studio to meet him and to hear the song. And the night before, Colonel Tom Parker calls me and says, "Well, we don't record anything with Elvis unless we have publishing on it, or at least half the publishing."
What's the money?
Well, I said, "This is the most important copyright in my whole publishing company, and I can't do that." He said, "Well, then we can't do it." And I was heartbroken.
And that's it.
Poor Elvis.
Colonel Tom did that a lot, didn't he?
He was all about the money.
Yeah, and if you watch that movie, which I have, with Austin Butler, it makes Colonel Tom look like a really controlling, weird guy who never let Elvis do the things he really wanted to do. He was under his thumb, for sure.
Oh, yeah. I mean, no. How many artists have 50-50 relationships with their manager?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dolly said in that interview that Elvis, apparently, when he divorced Priscilla, sang the song to her as they came down the courthouse steps, "I Will Always Love You," and he told her that.
Elvis loved the song. In fact, I talked to Priscilla not very long ago. She said, Elvis sang that song to me when we were walking down the courthouse steps when we got divorced. No. He was singing to me, "I Will Always Love You."
No.
That's a Chris Kelly move.
That is
Big time.
No. I'm as Southern girl as she is.
I know.
No, he did not. Yeah.
My God.
He did. He sang "I Will Always Love You" on the way down the courthouse steps after a divorce. Mm-hmm. Dave, what did you sing to your ex on the way down the courthouse steps?
Back in black!
And Hell's Bell.